So as we arrive, awake, and kick off the day, we're going to take a moment to think about the roles that we play in the movement for a guaranteed or basic income. And we're going to work with a metaphor, and we're going to move a little bit to get the energy flowing. Cash and water. Cash and water. Maybe you've noticed that English words for money also often describe water. Cash flow, income stream, currency, pooling funds, pouring money down the drain. We probably got here through water's essential function in the history and development of capitalism. Water has carried the goods, making trade possible. In some cases, the goods are also in or near water. For example, we could think of the gold rush in the mid-19th century that led directly to California becoming a state in 1850. People mining for gold looked for what they called pay streams that were deposited along riverbanks. In fact, the California gold rush has a lot of the hallmarks of U.S. capitalism. The extraction of natural resources was so valuable that it caused the migration of hundreds of thousands of largely white settlers and the displacement, dispossession, and death of the indigenous stewards of these lands and waters. As the national banking system took shape in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the term liquidity came to mean the cash reserves held in banks. For example, the financial crisis known as the Panic of 1907 is a good example of the retraction of market liquidity, as it's called. Some people basically tried to get rich by cornering the market or manipulating the price of copper, which led to a run on the banks that had financed that failed attempt because they didn't have enough cash, caused a national ripple effect. And at this time, in 1907, the supply of money, the actual physical supply of money, actually fluctuated with the annual agricultural cycles. It was that financial crisis, the Panic of 1907, that led to the formation of the Federal Reserve System that we have today, which guarantees the cash reserves in our banks. Where am I headed with this, you might be thinking? Today, we refer to cash as liquid assets because they are the easiest to flow. And the fluid nature of cash has been a key component of the stability and supposed safety of the entire U.S. financial system. But we are here at this conference because we know these fluid dynamics also happen at a much more personal level. The flow of cash is how people feed their families. Having your own cash can mean leaving an unsafe home. The more cash flow a person has can often literally determine how much a person can flow, can be mobile, can move. Cash is how people get by, which is why the guarantee of cash is so powerful. So maybe we could one day think of cash more like clean drinking water or clean air, more than a prize you earn for having a body mind that can be used for work in a fundamentally immoral capitalist upward redistribution of wealth that is draining our communities. Cash is like flowing water, and we know flowing water is one of the most powerful forces on the planet. Literally carves our planet. Fluidity is how we adapt against rigidity. Fluidity is how we say, no, We will not rebuild a dysfunctional system just because it's familiar. Fluidity is what we have to do right now in this moment. So let's use this water metaphor for our own purposes today. We're going to use this metaphor to do a little interactive exercise to get our energy flowing, to get to know who we are here at Big 2025, and maybe, just maybe, also dream of a day when we can think of the true eco in economy, and think of the economy less in terms of complicated markets and more in terms of the natural resources we have around us that must be protected and delivered back to indigenous stewardship. Okay, so I am realizing I don't have the clicker, and I'm going to need the clicker. So I'm going to come back here as I also explain. Is the clicker back here, by the way? Amazing. Thank you so much. Really feel like I'm like kind of talk show. And it's like, now I'm in the audience. Now I'm like, wow, cool. Phil Donahue boots over here. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to do the wave. Do we know the wave? Have people been to the sporting events where we do the wave? Is it only at sporting events? Okay, so you're going to raise an arm, both arms. Feel free to stand all the way up if you want, whatever moves you. And we're going to start on your left. I'm going to say your left. Does that make sense because it's your left? Okay. And we're going to move. So I'm going to kind of like guide the wave to move from one side of the room to the other and then back so that we have an opportunity. You'll see why. Okay, so when I say left, this side of the room would be your time to do your motion. And then I'll say middle. That'll be everyone here. And then we'll move over to the right. And then I'll say middle again, and then I'll say left. Okay? So let's try it. Shall we just give it a practice round? Okay. Oh, clapping. Yes, I love it. Okay, so we're going to do the wave. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna say left, middle, right, and then we're going to send it back, middle, left. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. I love it. Okay, now, to make it a little more accessible, if you don't mind, and I feel like you might not mind, add a little woo. Or like woo, or like whatever. Or make it sound like water, or whatever. Whatever you like. But that way also, there's an auditory cue. I think this will be very helpful for everyone too. Okay, so actually, why don't we do this with a, we're going to practice, because not everyone is actually going to stand and do the wave on every prompt. You're only going to do it if it applies to you. So this is also an invitation. So if this is just like not feeling like your speed or your style, like, do what you need. So I'm going to give a prompt, and then we're going to do the wave, and you're going to do the wave, participate in the wave if it applies to you. So there's like the motion and then the woo, whatever you want to do, the voice thing. So let's do this as another practice. How many people live near a river? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Okay, lots of river folks. Me too. I live on the Hudson River. I see it every day. Amazing. Okay. So we're gonna do it again because you're kind of doing two things. You're thinking if it applies to you and you're participating in the wave, but you're also trying to notice like who else is moving with and assigning themselves and with the prompt, right? So let's do another one. water signs. If your sun sign is a water sign, if you're a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, we're gonna do the wave, okay? Left, water signs, middle, right, yes, middle, left. All right, just cancers, left, middle, right, middle, left. Okay, we can wish them an early happy birthday, right? Because we're about to be in Cancer season. Okay, so we're kind of seeing maybe the utility of this exercise. Now you would know, like, who later to be like, well, happy early birthday. We're about to exit Gemini season and head into Cancer season, and your water sign, like, there's just, right, so many possibilities there. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to imagine that our movement, the cash movement, is a river system. So it is vital, it is moving, it is powerful. And we're going to ask ourselves, which part of the river am I? I will read out some roles in a river system that maybe could also be roles in our movement ecosystem. And I'll give you a moment to think about it, sometimes a little harder than like, am I a Cancer? And then if it applies to you, we'll do the wave like we just practiced. So how many people are a stream flowing into a river? How many people are new to this movement? Yeah, left, right. Wait, sorry, middle. Okay, middle, left. Okay, sorry, I messed that up a little bit, but amazing, lots of new folks to the movement. How many people are the rapids? How many people have been in this movement, have been moving in this movement for some time? Ready? Left. Nice. Middle. Right. Yes. Middle. Left. Okay. Okay. Amazing. Do we feel like we should go both sides, or should we just do one wave? Is it weird to come back? No. Okay, great. Okay. I was just checking. I was just like, is the energy not? Okay, great. Lots of new people, lots of folks who have been in the movement for some time. How many people are a specific river bank? How many people are working locally? Ready? So you're working in a specific city or county. We're going to go to a bigger. So if you're working locally, this is your moment. Okay, ready? Left, middle, right. Ooh, lots. And back to the middle and to the right. Cool. Wow, amazing. How many people are the river sediment that traveled from somewhere else or is traveling somewhere else? How many people are working across a state or a region? Could be also that into maybe not mutually exclusive, some of these things. Okay, let's try it. Left, middle, right, middle, left. Cool, okay. A fewer people working across states and regions than locally. So, just as a reminder, good opportunity to look around, see who is in the wave. How many people are the point where the river meets the sea? Or how many people are working for mass mobilization, maybe nationally or internationally big? Ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Well, that was quite instructive, wasn't it? Very interesting. The wave was big, local, and it got a little smaller across states and regions, and then pretty small for mass mobilization. Okay, the metaphor is working, I think. Okay, how many people are in a river's tide? How many people are responding to the current political climate in your work? All right, ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. You guys are doing such a wonderful job. Thank you. Yeah. How many people are a bayou? How many people are, yes. How many people are working in a calm environment? Maybe not responding to the political moment. Ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Okay. Fewer number of people working in a very calm environment. How many people are scientists of the water? How many people are researchers? Ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Nice. How many people are brackish water, the mix of salt and fresh water? How many people are coalition builders? Ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Yes, lots of coalition builders. All right, an interesting one. How many people feel like salmon? How many people feel like they are working against the direction of this movement? Let's see. Yep. I know. What do I mean? I wish I knew. I thought you would tell me. Oh, did we lose the salmon? Okay, anyway. How many people, maybe not, yeah, I'm thinking, how many folks are here because you want to see a change in the movement, maybe? Or you're working maybe in a way that is not in the flow, let's say? Interpretive, let's see. All right, ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Yeah, cool. All right, something to think about. How many people are the dams? So how many people are working on policy to shape the flow of cash? Remember, if you're interested, who are the policymakers here? We're about to see. All right, ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Cool. How many people are the water mills? How many people are working on the ground, base building, power builders? All right, ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Cool. All right, how many people are the boat clubs? How many people are administrators who are pilot or program administrators, people who are helping others get access to cash? So program administrators. All right, ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Amazing. Wow, lots of administrators. All right, fun one. How many people are, let's say, the headwaters, or the surface where water rain starts to channel and gather into a flow. How many people are funders? Okay, yes, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, funders or fundraisers, sourcing the cash. All right, this one's fun, right? Let's all watch. Okay. All right, ready? Yeah, the funders are like, I can't wait to stand up. Okay. Left, middle, right, middle, left. Cool. Thank you, funders. You look great today. How many people are the wildflowers on riverbanks? How many people are participants or have been a participant in a cash program? Ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Cool. Amazing. All right. How many people are water protectors? How many people are working to make sure cash can be a public, basic, guaranteed good? This is the idea is that we would all stand up on this one. Okay, anyway. Ready? Left, middle, right, middle, left. Cool. All right, that's it. That was it. Thank you for being in that exercise.